Okay, we're back. I'm going to start by just showing you the questions I was wondering about before we get going. So I said, do they get to meet Jackie Robinson? Is that why the title is called Dad, Jackie, and Me? And what lesson is learned in this book? So just two questions I'm going to be thinking about as I start reading. And going to go to the book here. Here we go. So Dad, Jackie, and Me by Myron Oberg, illustrated by Colin Bootman. My ear was glued to the radio, like every other ear in Brooklyn. It was opening day in 1947, and every kid in Brooklyn knew that this was our year. The Dodgers were going to go all the way. We had Jackie Robinson, the first Negro player in Major League Baseball. As I listened to the game, the minutes melted into hours. The innings folded one into another. I could see it all in my mind's eye. Pitch after pitch, swing after swing. I dreamed of the day I could see it all for myself. If you don't know much about baseball, opening day is the first game of the season. And Negro player, that was somebody referring to who was African American in the Major League Baseball. Our neighborhood was only a short subway ride from Abbotts Field, home of the Dodgers and their new first baseman. I love baseball. I love the Brooklyn Dodgers. I hated the New York Giants, and they hated Jackie Robinson. One day, my father came home early from work. He walked in my bedroom and announced, "We're going to Abbotts Field." He didn't say it out loud, though. My father was deaf, so he signed the words with his hands. I couldn't believe it. Dad had never seemed to care much about baseball. "I want to meet Jackie Robinson," Dad signed. I was finally going to see a real game. Today the Dodgers were playing the Giants, and we were going to cream them. I got my glove and ball, Dodgers cap, and scorecard. I stuck my lucky pencil behind my ear. As we went down the steps, I tossed the ball to Dad, but he'd never played baseball like me. He dropped it. I couldn't wait to get to the ballpark, but the whole ride I kept thinking, there's no way Dad can meet Jackie Robinson. Besides, Jackie doesn't know sign language. How would they talk to each other? The line to get into Abbotts Field snaked around Sullivan Place and way up Bedford Avenue. My dad let me hold my ticket. I clutched it for dear life. Finally, we were through the tunnel, or through the turnstile. The turnstile is kind of like the gate that lets you in. My dad held my hand as we moved with the rest of the crowd through the gloomy underbelly of the stadium, up the dark ramp. Then we tumbled into the bright sunlight. I shut my eyes against the glare. When I opened them again, my breath caught in my throat. I'd never seen anything so perfect as the inside of Abbotts Field. There, laid out at my feet, was the emerald green field, each blade of grass reflecting the light from the afternoon sun. The angles of the field were sharply marked in 2 lines of white chalk. The dirt base paths formed a perfect diamond carpet, dotted with fat canvas bags at each base, and a black rubber plated home. I knew if I lived to be 100, I would never again see a sight so beautiful. Hey, peanuts, hey, hot dogs, get 'em while they're hot. Dad and I sat on the right field line, right behind first base, Jackie's position. The Dodgers' Sam Phoney was marching up and down the aisles playing The Worms Crawl and The Worms Crawl Out. The music was ear-splitting. Dad couldn't hear it, but he laughed along with everyone else at the sight of the raggedy band's tattered clothes, cowbells, and whistles. When the game started and Jackie ran out into the field, Dad yelled real loud, "Jackie, Jackie, Jackie!" Only it didn't come out the way. It sounded more like, "Aggie, Aggie, Aggie." Since my dad couldn't hear, he had no way of knowing what the words should sound like. Everyone looked at my dad. I looked at my shoes. As Jackie stood at first base, the Giants began hooting and hollering. They called Jackie names, horrible names. "What are they doing?" Dad asked. "Bad things," I said. "Tell me." Some of the words I had to fingerspell. I knew no sign for them. Dad listened with a sad little smile on his face. In the 9th inning, Jackie bunted and beat the throw to first. Then he stole second, and bunted means you just hit the ball just a tiny little bit to kind of trick the other team. On the next Dodgers hit, he moved to third. The score was tied at 4-all, meaning it was 4-4. The Giants pitcher took a long windup, and Jackie dashed for home. We all jumped to our feet, yelling, Jackie, Jackie, Jackie. Augie, 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 Dad screamed. This time nobody seemed to notice. Oh, the heck with the Giants. They were nothing. We had Jackie Robinson.